right now
Oh,
on
good
the
link.
line.
Good
Richard,
link.
I think it's Farquhar. Richard, how are you?
Good evening, Jason. I'm well, thank you. You?
Yeah, very, very good. Thanks very much. Now, what are you doing? You're up and down the country. I know you're starting off in Newmarket. Can you just give us a little bit of an intro as to what you're going to be up to?
Of course. Well, over the course of about 13 months, I'm walking around the United Kingdom from racecourse to racecourse. And the idea is that I arrive at each racecourse on the day that they have a race meeting. Now, the total distance involved is approximately 2,800 miles. And I'm doing it on behalf of two charities that are very close to my heart, Pancreatic Cancer UK, which pancreatic cancer is the most ghastly disease that hit racing desperately hard last year with the tragic losses of John Hills and Desi Hughes. And it also claimed my father about 3 years ago, so I'm walking for that, but also for Racing Welfare, which is, I always think, is very much racing's charity that does so much fantastic work with the legion of unsung heroes who work in all parts of racing, from stable staff to stud hands to starting stalls handlers to farriers to race school staff and so on. So I'm walking, yeah, as I say, about 2,800 miles.
And it starts on the 20th of March, yeah?
It starts on the 20th of March, yes. I'll leave the weighing room at the Rowley Mile at midday on the 20th of March to walk to Toaster for their meeting on Monday the 23rd. And on arrival at Toaster, I will be walking around the course to complete that leg. Now, I believe I'm going to be walking around the course with your own Matt Chapman and Oliver Sherwood, who someone told me is celebrating his 60th birthday that day. I can't believe Oliver's 60.
Fatty Chapman will roll around the course, I should imagine.
Yeah, Oliver's very fit. On the other side, Matt Chapman is a disgrace.
Hey, but looking at your picture, you look very fit, Richard. What weight are you at the moment? And
Well,
I'd say you're going to lose a bit.
Well, I'm a fair bit lighter now than I was 6 months ago. I would say that I'm fitter now than I've been in a long time, having walked probably the best part of 1,000 miles in preparation for it. And I've shed a stone, and I've discovered a new buckle hole on quite a few of my belts.
OK, so we get underway on the 20th of March, doing all those miles, and touch wood, everything goes well. What's the end date?
The end date is, all being well, I will leave Huntingdon in April 2016 to walk back to Newmarket for the Craven meeting, which is a meeting I went to with my father for 26 consecutive years. So it's a meeting that's always been very close to my heart, and one that I'm looking forward to arriving at in 2016.
And so how can everybody get involved? I know that there's one or two people have already jumped on the wagon and will be walking with you on courses, obviously. How can they get involved in that?
Well, Jason, they can do more than walk with me on course. I'm very much hoping that you and Luke will come and join me for a leg. I've got you penciled in for the leg from Ludlow to Foss Lass next February. I thought that would be right up your street.
I was thinking of doing Newmarket High Street, stopping in the local bar. Yeah, Rowley Mile to the July course will do me.
No, I'm afraid that one is, I'm afraid, not on the table, nor is the downhill roll from Goodwood to Fontwell. But no, in all seriousness, if people visit our website, which is walkingthecourses.com, there is a full itinerary with dates of when we are doing each of the walks. People are really, really welcome. I'd love people to come and walk with me. I don't want to walk any of it on my own. And if they want to raise money for us, then even better. But I'd be absolutely thrilled. And, so they can contact us having looked at the website, and we'd be delighted to have people walking with me.
It'll be actually, obviously it's got a serious point, Richard, but it'll be great fun, and hopefully, an awful lot of people will get involved in this.
Well, I really hope so. I mean, what's been so fantastic so far is the incredible support that I've had from people within racing. Owners, trainers, jockeys, the race courses themselves, who've been unbelievably helpful to us in planning all this and giving us race card, a page in the race card, and allowing us to shake buckets and so on and so forth. The media have been fantastic. And Bloodstock, from every part of racing, I think it's a wonderful community, the racing industry. It's a very caring, close family. And I think, after the awful, dreadful, sad losses of John and Desi last year, I think perhaps from a timing point of view, this has sort of hit a nerve a bit. And obviously with Racing Welfare, as I say, which I think is such a wonderful charity and does so much fantastic work. I think people want to help.
You mentioned that, Richard. I think Luke was reading somewhere upstairs. Michael Hills has already jumped on the wagon. He's going to be with you.
Yeah, Michael's been wonderful. Michael has taken it upon himself to try to get pictures. We have a Walking the Courses wristband in the colours of the two charities, which, again, if people want to email in, we'll very, very happily send them one. But Michael's taken it upon himself to try to get the trainers and jockeys of the last 20 Derby winners to be photographed wearing our wristband. And he's doing unbelievably well, and he was at Coolmore earlier this week and got photographs of himself with the 5 Coolmore Derby winners, which he posted on Twitter yesterday. So Michael's been terrific, as I have to say of the whole of the Hills family. They're being absolutely wonderful.
Well, Richard, just listen to you. You've inspired me, and I'm going to accept on my tubby colleagues' behalf. We are going to come on a leg with you.
Brilliant. Good for you.
Richard, what he means is we've been told in our ear that we are doing it. The boss has said you're on the wagon, so we're going to join you when we come back in September.
Well, the boss will be coming too, don't you worry.
Well,
Matthew is one of our official supporters, and the boss will be coming too.
Well, I think we ought to go on an early leg with Richard before he gets too fit. Otherwise, I don't think we'll be laying up with him.
The proverbial greyhound, won't he, by the time we catch up with him?
Well,
you're very welcome. Whenever you want to join, we will welcome you.
Well, that's fantastic. We will be in touch. Paul, our main man, he's going to keep on board that, and we wish you the very best of luck. 20th of March jumps off from the weighing room at Newmarket. Very best of luck, Richard.
Good luck,
Thanks
Richard.
very much, Jason.